Miz Mooz because I really appreciate their leather. And with this shoe in particular, the Lilith, the leather is so incredible. Like the softness of this is going to blow your mind. So no hardware on this. And sometimes we'll see belts and studs and all that. With Miz Mooz in this case, it is about the leather for $129.95, an easy payment of $32.49. They ship for free. I'll take you through the colors, and then we're going to talk about this brand and this style, and wow, is it special. So this is the black. Next over is the red choice, and so you'll be able to see some of the hand burnishing that's done here to really bring out some of the highs and lows in that leather. And then finally on the end, a color that is iconic within Miz Mooz, and we see it in sandals and knee-high boots. This is the brandy, but in a true shoe, most limited in this brandy. The item number is A342077. So Natalie Maceros, will you please come here? Look at how she has styled this shoe. Mom jean, crochet top, and then you went with the brandy.
Yes.
Look, this is why I love this shoe in the show, because it is ageless.
Oh, exactly.
It's one of the most ageless styles you've ever brought to us.
Oh, I love this one so much, mainly because of that ruching as you already pointed out, because it just turns this classic Oxford shoe into a super feminine
I'm going to lean in so we can hear you better. Keep going.
Oh, is my mic not working?
Well, I don't know, but just keep going.
That's fine. We can get close here. Yeah, so this, and now we're stuck.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
That's all right.
Now we're good.
Yeah, so this shoe is just super classic, and like you were mentioning earlier, that leather that we use, we go to Europe and we source all of the best leathers for each of our shoes. Now, to get this rouging here on the top of the shoe, it has to be the softest, most supple leather that we can find. And
guys,
just watch how this shoe bends. It's so flexible. So to achieve that rouging look, it has to be so supple. So when you get this home, you are just gonna feel the difference in that high quality European leather.
Oh my gosh, I love this shoe. And then what I was just noticing underneath when I pulled that tongue back, I was loving on that leather.
Oh yeah.
Look at this goring underneath there.
Yeah, so that goring is just going to help you. So when you're taking steps, you know how leather over the years, it's going to stretch, it's going to age. With that goring, it helps to keep these shoes in that pristine condition.
Hiding.
And it just helps. Exactly. We like to hide things for you so that it doesn't make it super noticeable, but we want to keep it so that your shoe stays in the perfect condition.
Okay, and then a zipper to get in and out easily.
Exactly.
And then the footbed on this one, Natalie, it's different than some of your other shoes. There's more padding in this footbed.
This shoe, when you put it on, it is the most comfortable shoe I've ever had on my foot. Especially with that leather lined inside, I just feel like I have a super fluffy sock on right now.
Yeah.
It feels like I don't have footwear on. It feels like I'm just wearing the comfiest
The way
shoe.
you've styled it, that's the look, is to go with a bare leg.
Yeah.
And have this with jeans or with skirts, dresses. That's why we love it for now, because then you're going to transition and then add the tights or the pattern socks, and now you've got a different look with this one.
Exactly.
The size range here goes from 36 to 42. And so since that's European, if you've never shopped that way before, Natalie, would you explain how to know, all right, if I'm typically this size in US, where do I go with Miz Mooz?
Of course. So our US size is going to be on the left-hand side of the chart. You will notice as you work your way down the left side, there is a slight overlap in the 9 and the 9.5. If you're a more narrow 9, go with a 39. A wider 9 goes with the 40, and the same with the 9.5. If you're a wider, go with a 41. If you're more narrow, stick with a 40. Now for me, I'm a 7.5, and I do 38 through and through and through.
And I'm usually in sandals an 8.5, but in closed-toed shoes I do a 9.
Okay.
So for me, that 39 is perfect every time. Why a shoe? Because we've got lots of silhouettes in our closet. I was talking about, needing different types of jeans, for example. You can't do a sandal or a pump or a boot for everything.
Exactly.
Why do we love a shoe like this one?
Really, it's just that comfort and the stability in this kind of shoe, because it's so close to your sneaker. Like that's the way that you can style it, and you get the same comfort as a sneaker, but then you just elevate it just a little bit. You add the leather, you add the rouging detail. It's just, you have that hand burnishing on the toe. You can actually see it best on the red there. That red, you can really see that burnishing on there. And that's all done hand done for you. And so we just like to add in those small details just to make these shoes top quality.
I just keep doing this, and then I want to flip it and let you see. That looks like wood. It's not. And you've got some traction here as well. A nice amount of stability here. So that's what you were saying.
Exactly.
You feel like, you're wearing a flat for sure, but just a little bit of a lift. That's about an inch underneath the heel. So that's the red. And then the one that you were holding, that's the brandy. We'll do them all here side by side.
There we go.
And then we've also got it for you here in the black. So here's what you've got to understand about Miz Mooz. with different things at QVC, you might hear us say, oh, you know, we've sold 10,000 of that today. That never happens with Miz Mooz because we can never get that many of any one style in. It's a matter of the leather that they use, and then it's the handwork that goes into them. So when we can bring you enough to justify a presentation, that's excellent for us. Just understand that you have to be shopping early with Miz Mooz. You've got to be decisive in what you're going to get. Otherwise, you could miss out on these styles. So we've got it for you on Easy Pay for $32 and change. There's the black on Sue. And so she's done that du jour pant we saw earlier. That looks nice. That's polished.
Oh yeah, that's
classic.
a beautiful, beautiful out right there. And like we were saying earlier, that black is your classic. It's going to be your great. I'm blanking on my word here. What did I use?
Work
earlier?
shoe?
Yeah.
That's what you.
Uniform shoe. That's what. I'm like, how the heck did that just slip out of my head there? It's a great uniform shoe. It's a classic staple in your wardrobe right there.
It was funny. Katrina earlier goes, "What is the thing? The thing?" I was like, "The fly." She was like, "Yeah, like we're losing our words."
It's funny how words just fly
it's
out of
the
your head
short
there.
ones too. It's the 3 and the 4 letter words today. Here's the red. So beautiful there in the Lilith. And then your third choice in this shoe is the Brandy. If your eyes tell you they look amazing, wow, those look soft and comfortable, they are every bit of that. Get them home. Find some fun ways to style them. See how these make you feel, because that's been our focus here in Style Scene. Thank you so much, Natalie. It's great to see you.
See you every day.
And great to have your company